Hey all, Hipper here. So this is the second in the row of the 3 new maps that we got in the game, and actually I think this is my favorite. Primarily because it allows cruisers to play very aggressively. Because obviously battleships are going to have a really hard time actually hitting the cruisers here. So as you can tell here, there's lots of nooks and crannies where destroyers can hide and cruisers can hunt destroyers without being a target for battleships. And I think this is going to be a fantastic map. It really allows cruisers to let loose and, keep destroyers from owning the battle, pretty much. And obviously domination is where this map excels. I've played it in Capture the Flag as well, or Capture the Base, and it's not as good. But that's the same in any map. I mean, Capture the Base is pretty boring. So an example here on the slide shows this video here, is how destroyers without backup on this map, they are in a very, very tight spot. Because like I said, cruisers, well, they pretty much rule the middle of this map here. There's so much cover, and it's going to be very difficult for battleships to actually get in without pushing in. They can try to position, but it's going to be difficult. And that leaves destroyers in positions like this here without any backup or any sort of help. Cruisers are going to finish them off very, very, very quickly with all the cover available. And that's going to make for some very interesting battles, I think. I'm quite excited, to be honest. So, for example here, the destroyer is gone, and the cruiser is safe. No one's really contesting me at all, and it's partly because the ships left the middle spawn here, but that happens a lot, honestly. And I could have just waited on the other side until the destroyer was completely undefended, but obviously I was aware that there was no one there to actually help him out. So this way I own the middle of the map already. We're only a few minutes into the game, so this is pretty much a win already. Like, cruisers can really make a difference on this map here, and especially torpedo cruisers. Agile builds aren't as important on this map here, and the other maps for that matter. Because there's so much cover. So I'm starting to think that if I could choose maps before I started playing, I probably wouldn't put agile builds on my cruisers here. Damage output is more important here. And like I said, if you have torpedoes and you get in to the middle of the map like this, with all the nooks and crannies where you can hide and cut off, line of sight, it's going to be a real problem to deal with a torpedo cruiser in here. And same thing with a torpedo battleship, obviously. Less so, but still a problem. So there are lots of places to hide and set up ambushes and, just be like a real annoying ship. And I enjoy that. So yeah, I pushed through the middle of the map, and there's really no one here. They've all gone to the flanks, and of course that suits me well. I'll just go in, well, at least here I'm going to try and go in behind them over here at the C cap, because it's the one that's the least defended by my team. And in a minute I'm going to get a surprise here, because a Cleveland just pops out in front of me. And I decide to simply chase him to the end of the map to get him out of the battle, basically. Because you can see there's no destroyers left, and that is my specialty as an Edinburgh. So I'll give him as many citadels as I possibly can, which is actually quite a lot here. And I get him down to about the same health that I have. But obviously a one-on-one with a Cleveland is going to be difficult to win in an Edinburgh unless you can get a Torp in. And even then, the damage output of Cleveland, it just makes it very, very hard. Especially I only have AP. So I cannot even set him on fire. I'll have to go for the superstructure. And as you'll see later in this duel here, I seem to be running out of actual points to take out of the superstructure. But of course I'm keeping him from showing broadside. And I'm trying to get some torpedoes in here, and this is my chance here. if I can get one of these torps to hit, I should be able to win this duel here. If I can't, then the Cleveland is going to win, because it's going to be a war of attrition. I'm just gonna follow him bow on, and I'm trying to take out his guns because that'll allow me to live longer, and in case my torps miss, which they do, which is just a bit of a shame. And this is what I mean about Cleveland being a ship I don't like, because it doesn't take any effort really to do well in it. All you pretty much gotta do is just assume the cruiser position like this guy here does, and then just kite away. And of course I could just, you know, decide not to follow him, but I'm thinking I might as well just chase this guy to the edge of the map, give my battleships a bit of a break, now that there's no destroyers left anyway, and it's probably a better use of my time to get this guy out of the game. And see, I'm trying to remove his guns, because you can see that I'm going to lose this battle here, which is actually quite unfair if you ask me, because I have a super heal as well, and you saw that he just ate through that, and without HE I can't really set him on fire, and the superstructure is pretty much not giving me lots of damage anymore, so this is not going to end well for me. But that's okay, we got him almost to the edge of the map now, and my battleships are almost finished capping, so that's all I really need here. So I can tell now that this is very close to the end, so I'm going to make a last ditch effort to get some torps off, because yeah, I can't take this HE spam here a lot longer, but unfortunately he gets me with that salvo there. But he's so far away now, so he is just not important in the game, and he'll have to sail all the way back, and by the time he gets back we're going to have the red cap, well, it's going to be blue, and this is just the end of the battle here. I just skipped the rest because nothing really interesting happened. So that was the new Shatter map for you guys, and probably my favorite of the 3 new ones. And I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you out there.